Right then, hey folks, welcome to this video. This is General Notice, how we fire off into the week by talking about what's going on in the world of motorsport, what's going on in this channel. And just as my computer decides to whir up its engines, let's get into it. And starting off, on the channel this week, I'm thinking TCRs. I've got 3 rounds to catch up on now, with Ricardo Tormo, Uricar, and Villarreal. Villarreal is what I'm really excited about. So I'm thinking about covering those at some point this week, but we also have other things to cover. Belgian Grand Prix, Rally Estonia, IMSA and Mosport, NASCAR at Atlanta. Yeah, I haven't done the WEC Interlagos one, have I? So expect previews for Spa and reviews for the rest of it, and I'll probably be the rest of the week. Heck, that means I could probably end up hammering out most of this week's videos in the next couple of days. Next General Notice next Monday. I've got in there as well, potentially talk about EuroRX and Mondello. But I might push back some of my supercar stuff and put EuroRX in next week proper. I haven't decided that yet. But, yeah. It's been a long, very busy period for me. It's strange. I don't talk about myself personally too much on this channel. Probably will next month. Anniversary's coming up next month, isn't it? 11th of August. So, hang on. Yeah, it's Tuesday. I was trying to remember if it was a Monday or a Tuesday this year. Yeah, I'm looking forward to celebrating that, but this has been a period of a big change in my life this past year. Yeah, which culminated in a kind of personal circumstance where I'm changing job for the first time in 4 years. So it's been a strange time. I don't like oversharing so much about personal details on public-facing social media. But I just want to say that thank you for your support over the years, and especially the past few months. It's nice whenever I go in and I see, I'm just, because I've gone back into a mode that is my happiest, right? Where I just sit down, I do these things, I just talk for a few minutes every day. And yet, people are tuning in and watching for a while. It's nice to know that people want to hear the sound of my voice. It does butter up my ego a little bit. Anyways, I was talking about scheduling. That was meant to be a perfect segue to this, which is that the World Endurance Championship is looking at a calendar adjustment. For some reason, the column on Daily Sports Car, whenever I read it, just puts it all the way over to the left of the screen, which means it looks like I'm looking at you guys. I'm looking slightly below, just to see if there's any particular things that I'm missing out on. But, cut a long story short, WEC reckons that Qatar 1812 and Bahrain 8 hours not feasible because prolonged conflict in the Middle East, and yeah, they want to have alternatives. Rumour is F1's also doing the same. There's been a rumour for a while now that F1 might do a second round in Barcelona as well as a round in Portimao to round out the season. Portimao's coming back next year for F1. There's also been a rumour of a double header in Vegas. But either way, the World Endurance Championship one sounds like, according to Daily Sports Car and their sources, will be approved in the next couple of weeks, with the finales being Barcelona and Monza. The only problem that comes from it is the proposed finale date clashes with the final round of GT World Challenge Europe in Portimao. So as a result, LMEM, so Le Mans Endurance Management, and Stefan Rattel organisation, SRO, who do GT World Challenge, are supposedly looking at having one on the Saturday, one on the Sunday, so drivers can take part in both events, and so that teams can take part in both events. I think teams like WRT do both. Now, how feasible is that? I don't really know. Unless you're going to have a really truncated schedule. the amount of staff that you're getting across, even if it's, you know, from Portimao to Barcelona, for example, it still doesn't sound too feasible. Like I said, the only way I can really think about it is you have the Portimao one in the morning on the Saturday, and then everyone travels across Saturday evening. Then first thing on Sunday morning, you're straight into practice, straight into qualifying, and then you have the race afternoon, evening, into the night. It's much more unworkable for Monza. Especially if you're a team like WRT. I know you send things out here, there, and everywhere, but the downside is, by sending things here, there, and everywhere, you end up with the possibility that you have your staff split, or, God forbid, one of your chassis is being used in 1 week in one championship and the next day needs to be somewhere else now. I'll be interested to see what happens with it. And I'll be interested to see what the impact is for other series. I think Asia Le Mans series is looking to change it up its schedule. Because, well, it does have rounds in the Middle East. But, yeah, F1, perhaps the most high profile. But for me, it's the WRC. So Rally Saudi Arabia has continued to just exist. We haven't heard any rumours of it being pulled at any point, even though Saudi Arabian Grand Prix got pulled. It's making me wonder if, just if, we had to find a new finale, where could we go? I know there's one place I'd want. One place that, very selfishly, I'm like, oh, I could drive there. That would be lovely. Although they could, you know, just ship it back to Monza again, which was fun. It was chaotic. It was beautiful, but it was fun. But come on. I would love to see the Rally 1 cars in Hafren. Thanks for watching, folks. Thanks for joining. As always, thank you. I was about to say, continued thank you for your continued support. Thank you for continued support. Till next time. Bye for now.